Hi, it's Miss Mitchell.
And Mr. Leatherwood.
This week we're going to talk about comparing fractions, and we're going to give you some tools to put in that toolbox that you can reach from when you are trying to compare fractions. What we mean by comparing fractions is if we give you, let's say, 3/4, and give me another one.
4/12.
4/12. And if we asked you to compare the fraction, we'd be asking you to say, is it 3/4 greater than, less than, or equal to 4/12? Remember our greater than sign is, one way is like the alligator, right?
Yeah.
The alligator, the greater part here is eating. Wait, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work.
The other way I like is that 2 dots on the greater side, 1 dot on the less than side.
Ooh.
2 is greater than 1.
I like that.
That's a good way to remember it. Do you have any other tricks?
Well, my first graders liked it when I drew little teeth on the little
Okay,
thing.
there we go. Is that better?
There you go.
Rawr.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to give you some tricks. All right, we're going to start with fractions that have ooh. Why am I not same denominator?
Yeah.
All right. So let's say we have 3/8, and we want to compare that to 5/8. So you'll notice that the denominators are both 8, so they are the same. This one's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
How come it's so easy, Mr. Leatherwood?
It's so easy because when we know that the denominators are the same, that means our pictures are going to be divided in the same amount of groups. So for instance, if we drew a picture, we would have 8 equal parts on both of them.
As close as I can get them
Yeah,
to be
look
equal.
at that. Pretty. So we have 8 equal parts. So then all we're really trying to look at is the numerator. We can compare 3 and 5.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we have our model.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it's very easy to see that 5/8 is bigger than 3/8, or 5 is bigger than 3. I like the teeth. Very cute.
Rawr.
There you go.
All right.
So 5/8 is going to be bigger than 3/8. And it's nice and easy because the models are going to look exactly the same. They're cut into the exact same equal parts.
Excellent job. That is wow.
Wow.
You can't see it, but I'm making W's with my fingers and O with my mouth. Wow.
Silly Mrs. Mitchell.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to talk about when fractions have the same numerator. So for instance, we're going to do 3/4, and we're going to compare. Oh, come on. We're going to compare them to 3/8.
There we go.
All right, so the numerators are the same. Where did my picture go? There it is.
Look you there.
We've got 3 as my numerator here and here. All right, so I'm going to draw you a picture so that you can visualize. Try to make my holes the same size. There we go.
Ta-da.
So now I have this one, which is broken into 4s, and the denominator tells me how many pieces I'm going to have, and then this one is broken into 8s.
Isn't that funny when you have a smaller denominator, you have a bigger section, like on your model?
It is funny. In fact,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Because it's always true. If you think about, if I'm going to share a candy bar with Mr. Leatherwood, okay, and 2 other friends, am I going to get a bigger piece if I'm just sharing with 4 versus sharing with 8 people? I'm going to get a smaller piece.
Yeah, not cool, dude.
Yeah, so...
I want the bigger piece.
Me too.
Yeah.
So if you think about this, our numerator tells us how many pieces we have. And since these two have the same amount, I'm going to have 3 pieces that are bigger than 3 pieces that are smaller. So I can use my reasoning to figure out that 3/4 is greater than 3/8.
Very good. I like that. Don't forget your dots. I like your little dots.
1, 2 is bigger than Greater than 1.
That helps me remember.
Excellent.
So very good. So really all we're focusing on here is when the denominators are different, a smaller number is actually going to have bigger pieces.
Yes.
And a bigger number is actually going to have smaller pieces.
Yeah. And if you just think about taking something and splitting it between friends, that really helps me visualize it. Because then I can think, well, if I just split it between 4, I'm going to get a bigger chunk of that pie. Or whatever it is.
I like that. That'll help me to remember.
Excellent.
Awesome. All right, we're going to give you a chance to practice. So let's try, we'll give you 2 different ones. So let's do 6/8. Is that greater than, equal to, or less than 4/8? So we have the same denominators. And now let's do another one. Can you give me one that maybe has the same numerators?
Okay, how about 2/5
Okay.
and 2/10?
Sounds good. Okay, so pause the video and see if you can figure out if these are equal to each other, less than, or greater than.
See you in a minute.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we have 6/8 and 4/8. Miss Mitchell, what can we do here?
Well, since they have the same denominator, I know if I drew a picture, they would have the same number of pieces and the same size pieces. So clearly 6 is greater than 4.
Clearly.
Clearly.
But just in case you can't visualize it, let's give you some visual aids
You
here.
are an excellent artiste.
Oh, thank you. So 6/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Versus 4/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So clearly, which ones, or what symbol should we use, I guess, for 6/8 and 4/8 here?
We're going to say that 6/8 is greater than 4/8.
Very good.
Right.
I like your little dots. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Very good. Okay. Now let's check 2/5 and 2/10. Now the numerators this time is what is the same, right? We have 2 as the numerator, and then 5 and 10 as the denominator. So we know, let me quiz you. Which one has bigger pieces?
Well, if I'm going to split something between 5 people versus 10 people, I'm going to get a bigger piece between 5 people.
Definitely. Should I draw a picture, you think?
I think we can get that one.
Okay. Very good. So the fifths are bigger pieces, and I have 2 of them. The tenths are smaller pieces, and I still have 2 of them. So which one's going to be bigger?
Definitely 2/5.
Definitely 2/5. I like your little dots.
Ha,
And then I'll make my old first graders
Did a good
happy.
job. Ha, 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 ha. You did a good job.
Thank you
did a good job.
much. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun. Now we know how to compare fractions, yeah?
A little bit.
A little bit. We're getting close.
We're going to practice some more later.
All right. We've got some good practice later.
Good tools.
Good tools.
Okay,
That's
bye.
right. Bye.